Some might say that I'm a loner, but I just call it being free. I am my heart's only owner, or at least I used to be. 'Cause now a wildfire is raging deep inside, and my heartstrings are pulling like the tide.
Hey everyone, I'm Calvin with Southern Country Living. I hope everyone is having a great day today. Here in Northwest Georgia, it's a little cloudy this morning, but the temperatures are nice. They're in the 60 degrees, and we're getting a very early start today. I'm going to be doing a crock pot meal that we're going to end up letting it cook for probably about 10 hours. So I want to be sure and get an early start on it. Starting off, I'm going to cook some bacon to go in it. We're going to be making smoky pinto beans. And now Marie and I, we cook pinto beans all the time, but this is a different recipe. We've never tried this one before for the pinto beans. And so first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this bacon and let me cut it in smaller pieces and let it go ahead and start cooking. It calls for a half of a pound, but I don't think I'm quite using the whole half of a pound. But I had that skillet good and hot. Let me get these spread out just a little bit before we go any further. Okay, I got most of that bacon spread out now, and let me rinse my hands off real quick, be right back. Okay, sometimes that bacon has a little greasy feel to it. So we'll let this continue to fry. That's going to be the first step. So while it's frying, I'm going to go ahead and chop up an onion, and I want to chop up a bell pepper and get these ready to go in the recipe. And on the onion, I'm not going to cut it real small. I'm going to make it in bigger pieces, and I'm using one whole onion. This is probably a medium size. Okay, that's got the onion chopped up there. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut up this bell pepper. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut this part of the bell pepper too. I always like to use all the bell pepper, but take that little center piece out. Well, hey Marie. Marie just came in here. She's gonna be helping me this afternoon. I I think that Marie is going to make us some Mexican cornbread muffins, aren't you? That's the plan. And some sweet tea, or tea. We always call it sweet tea, but we don't actually sweeten it. Okay, there's our bell peppers, and I'm just going to throw it in there with the onions. I'll just set that out of the way for a minute. Let me turn this bacon over a little bit. Okay, it's not quite ready to be turned over yet. Okay, now on my pinto beans that we're going to be using today, this is the bag that they came out of. And these are pinto beans that we bought September the 8th of last year. And I put these into our prepping supplies. And you can see I did have them in a freezer bag, and they were stored outside in our pantry area. And I put them in a pot last night, and I let them, I washed them and rinsed them real good, and let them soak all night long. And there they are right now. They look real good, but I will take them over there and I'm gonna pour this water out and rinse them real good before I actually put them into the crock pot. Okay, so this bacon's gonna take 2 or 3 minutes to get completely cooked up. So let this cook up, and as soon as it cooks up, I'll be back with you. Okay, this bacon is almost finished cooking. Let me go ahead and turn it over one more time here. Very close. While it was cooking, I went ahead and rinsed the beans off and drained them. Got them ready. And next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my vegetables here. This is the onion and peppers. And I'm going to go ahead and add my seasoning to it. And the first thing I'm going to put in, this is 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika and 1 teaspoon of chipotle seasoning. I hope I said that right. This is the bottle, chipotle. Last night I was talking to my daughter and told her what I was going to cook, and I was reading the bottle, and if you read it the way it's spelled, I was saying Chipotle, and she had a good life out of that. But anyway, it's chipotle. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in and let it go ahead and be mixing in with it. Okay, and the next seasonings, this is 2 teaspoons of cumin and 2 teaspoons of oregano. It's too early in the morning for me. Okay, and I'm going to mix this up just a little bit. Okay, as soon as the bacon's done, I'm going to add it into the bacon.
That bacon really smells good, Calvin.
I know. I know, Marie, and we hadn't had breakfast yet, have we? We're going to have breakfast as soon as we get this in the crock pot, though. Okay, the bacon is pretty close to being done, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and add all the peppers and onions to it and the seasonings, and I'm going to let this go ahead and cook for about 4 or 5 minutes. Just let it saute real good. Maria, it's going to be some good seasonings for these beans, I think, don't you?
Yeah, we've never tried this recipe before, and I think it'll be a good one.
And actually, Marie found the recipe, and she showed it to me. I said, oh, I like that. We'll definitely try that. Let me get a spoon to stir this up with. And we'll let this go ahead and saute, like I said, for about 5 minutes. And then I'm going to add my garlic to it. Now, we are going to be putting some jalapeno peppers in it. The recipe calls for a fresh jalapeno pepper. And Marie and I, we'd like them, but we don't like a lot of them. So we buy these little pickled jalapeno peppers in the jar, and we can use them without any trouble, can't we?
Yes.
So you get the good taste, and it's not quite as hot and burning. Boy, I tell you what, this has got some season to it right here, Marie. Can you smell it?
All I smell is the bacon.
Oh, I'm telling you, this here's got some good seasoning to it. Turned up just one more notch there. Okay, I'm gonna let this saute for about 5 minutes, then I'll come back to you. Okay, I'm back, everyone, and this is smelling so good. I cannot believe how good it smells. This is gonna make some good beans. I'm gonna go ahead and add my garlic to it. And I'm gonna put 3 teaspoonsful of this jar garlic. And you could use fresh garlic if you want to, but I find this just to be so much easier to use. And I'm gonna add some jalapeno peppers to it. And how many you think we should put in there, Marie?
As many as you feel like you can stand.
I'm gonna put I'll put 3 spoonsful. And I put a little bit of juice in there too, okay? Okay, let me let this cook for just another minute here. Oh boy, the jalapenos, I can smell them better than I can the garlic. This is gonna be good. I can't wait. Well, we're gonna be cooking it for, like I said, close to 10 hours. So it's gonna be a long time before we get to enjoy this meal. But this is a good, inexpensive meal. Now you could leave the bacon out and just cook it without the bacon, but your beans don't cost very much and the pepper and onion don't cost that much. The bacon is the most expensive thing in here. And I didn't use, it called for half a pound, and I probably only used about 1/3 of a pound. Okay. Boy, that smells good. I cannot get over how good it smells. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my crock pot, it's sitting here, but I'm gonna put the crock pot right here before I mix everything up. So I'll turn the cameras off and I'll be back with you in just 2 or 3 minutes. As soon as I move this cooker is very hot, so you can't pick it up immediately. But I'll be back with you in just a couple of minutes. Okay, I'm back, and I got the countertop burner moved over there and got the crock pot set up. I'm gonna go ahead and add all of this to the crock pot first, and I did spray my crock pot. And I put in the grease and all, the bacon grease and everything's going in here. And there wasn't a lot of bacon grease, but adding everything to it. And Marie, she said she could even smell those jalapenos before I turned them completely off. Okay. Set that out of the way for just a couple of minutes. Okay, next I'm going to add the beans to it. And like I said, this is 1 pound of beans. They soaked overnight and they've been rinsed and drained this morning. Okay, now I'm going to add the chicken broth to it. And the recipe calls for 6 to 7 cups of chicken broth. And since I've already soaked mine probably won't need that much, but I'm gonna go ahead and add, this is 4 cups in this container. Okay, and then this one's got 2 cups. Okay, I'm gonna give this a good little stir. Okay, well, it sure looks good. This recipe does not call for any salt or pepper extra. So we're cooking it like this. put the lid on here. I'm going to turn it on high. Okay, and we're going to let this cook for a full 10 hours. And it's 10 o'clock right now, Marie. So it's going to be 8 o'clock tonight when it's done. And so we may come back and sample a little early. We may try it at 6. If the beans are tender at 6 o'clock, we'll go ahead and serve them up then. But we're counting on 8 to 10 hours on high. So we've got some errands we want to run. Marie, you wanted to pick up a couple of things at Walmart this morning, and I need to get some batteries. Our scales that we weigh on, the batteries went dead, and I don't have that size battery, so I'm going to go pick those up. And when we get back in a little while, Marie's going to make us some of that Mexican cornbread. So we're going to end up having a very good meal tonight.
Yeah. It's going to be late, though.
Be later than our normal time. We went to Cynthia's birthday dinner last night, and we had a really good time. But by the time we got in, it was pretty late. And then I finished editing a video. Y'all seen that video Friday night. It was the cake that Marie made for Cynthia's birthday. And that cake turned out fantastic, didn't it, Marie?
Yes, it was really good.
There wasn't but 2 or 3 pieces left out of the whole cake. It disappeared good. But let us go get started. We'll be back when these get done. And actually, we'll cut in and show you Marie making the cornbread. So we'll see you in just a little while.
Hello, everyone. I'm Marie, and I'm Calvin's wife. And so everyone has asked me how I make my Mexican cornbread. So I'm going to show you today. This is one of my recipes, and this is the one that I like the best. Okay, this is 2 cups of cornmeal. This is self-rising. It's 1/4 cup of oil. It's 1 1/3 cup of buttermilk, but you can use sweet milk if you want to. I personally like mine better with buttermilk. Okay, then I'm going to put in 1 egg. And then I'm going to put half of this cream corn in. Okay, and then I'm going to put in 5 tablespoons of jalapeno peppers. That was 5 tablespoons full. And I'm going to put in, this is a half of a large onion. And then I'm going to put in a cup of cheese. And this was all I had left, so I had just enough. So I'm going to put that in. Okay. I'm going to stir this all up. Okay, I'm going to move some of this out of the way. Okay, this over here. Okay, so I'm going to put this in my sprayed Pioneer Woman's muffin tins. Okay, I'm going to put this in it's a 375 degree oven for 20 minutes and then I'll be back.
Okay, everyone. Marie has got the cornbread muffins in the oven cooking right now. The pinto beans are over here cooking, and I'm telling you, they are smelling great. So I'm going to show you how Marie makes her tea, and it's a very basic recipe, and I'm pretty sure that it's probably on the back of the box. But the type tea that we use is the Great Value decaffeinated iced tea bags, and we buy the size that's called family size. You get 48 bags in one container. Now, occasionally we have to buy the bigger bags that makes a gallon at a time, but Marie and I like to only make a half gallon, so these bags work better for us. Okay, first thing you do is heat some water up to a boil, and this has just came to a boil. So I'm going to go ahead and set it over here. It don't have to be extremely hot, but it does need to be almost to a boil. And to make a half a gallon of tea, you normally will put 2 bags in for a half a gallon. And that's what we do a lot of times. But Marie likes to make it with 3 bags because she says it's just a little bit stronger and she likes it that way. So we'll just drop our 3 bags in. Okay, then I'm going to take the lid, cover it, and we're just going to let that sit there and seep for somewhere between 10 to 15 minutes. Sometimes we'll be making tea and we get busy and it'll sit there and seep for 30 minutes. That's okay. It don't matter how long it sits, as long as it sits at least 10 minutes, 15's better. So let's let this sit, and then I'll show you how we do the next step in about 15 minutes.
Okay, my cornbread muffins have been cooking for 20 minutes at 375 and they're done, so I'm going to get them out of the oven. I'm going to test this one right here. It's a little bigger than the rest. Yeah, it's done. Okay. Okay, these have got to cool. These muffins have got to cool for about 10 minutes. And while they're cooling, Calvin's going to come over here and finish making the tea.
Okay, Marie, those muffins really do smell good too. Okay, the tea has been seeping for about 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and pour this up. This is a 1/2 gallon jug. And I usually do it over there at the sink. I'm not used to doing it here, so hopefully I don't make a big mess. Okay, and that filled it up about halfway, not completely full, so I'll get just a little more water and top it off to the 1/2 gallon mark. Be right back. Okay, and I've got a little more water now, and I still leave those tea bags in because there'll still be a little bit of tea get in that water. And go ahead and top this off. Okay, that's exactly where we want it. If you wanted to make sweet tea, you could go ahead and add your sugar to it right now and stir it up real good. For a half a gallon of tea, Marie adds 3/4 of a cup of sugar, and she'll mix it up real good. But since we don't put sugar in our tea, we're just going to put this in the refrigerator just like it is, let it cool down real good, and as we make each glass, we'll add our own artificial sweetener to it and sweeten it the way we like it. Marie likes sometimes 2 or 3, and I like usually 2. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. When the beans get done, we'll come back and show you everything, and we'll show you how Marie likes to put her tea in a glass with the lemon slice on it. So we'll be back with you in about, I think they still like 4 hours. So we'll be back in about 4 more hours.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love. A few years later I have started thinking, if it's just love in every glass I'm drinking, we're like one and without you I'm sinking. I'm always shining next to you. Oh, I got you, there's no reason to chasing pavement on my own.
Okay, everyone, we're back, and I'm telling you, this has been smelling so good all day long. When we first got home from going to Walmart's today, I could not believe how good the house smelled.
Yeah.
And I did do a taste on the beans at about 6 hours, and they were basically done then, weren't they, Marie? And so we went ahead and let them cook for about another hour and a half. So they ended up cooking, let me be sure. Yeah, they cooked 7.5 hours. They're just as tender as they can be, and they have a fantastic taste to them. And we'll do another taste test just to show you, but they are good. I'm going to turn my plate around this way so I can get some of those beans and peppers in there. It's good. It's not too spicy hot. It's just got just the right amount of seasoning.
I had a little bit of trouble getting a bean in mine.
Oh, okay, well, I won't take but one bite. What we did, though, we went ahead and topped them. The bacon cooked that was in here. You could hardly even see the bacon was in there. It cooked it so good. But I went ahead and fried a couple of more pieces of bacon and put on top here. And we sliced a little bit of green onions and tomatoes to top it off with. And I think it really makes it look good, don't you, Marie?
It does. It's really great.
I'm looking forward to it. Marie's muffins turned out wonderful tonight. And the tea, I hadn't tasted tea yet, but I know the tea is going to be good.
It's very good.
It's always good. And Marie, she always makes hers just a little stronger than what I do. I usually put 2 bags in and you'll put 3. But I love hers too, so I guess I like it with 3 bags. Very good, though.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
It's good.
we're going to enjoy a really good meal here. Now, you're going to be seeing this video on Monday night, but this is actually Friday night for us. And this is going to be our Friday night meal, and it's going to be great. And we've got plenty left over here. We'll be able to have this for several different meals. And I may take some of it and freeze it but most likely I've told several people I was going to make this. And so there'll probably be some company come by and they'll help us share it, won't they, Marie? That's the plan. Okay, we will go ahead and close the video out. Marie, do you have anything else you want to add for this particular meal?
Oh, no, except that it was great.
Yes, I mean, I'm looking forward to going in there and sitting down. Now, normally I do take my cornbread and crumble it up in the bottom of the bowl, And I probably will do that also on this one, but it's going to be on top.
Yeah,
But,
this meal, it does have a little bit of a smoky taste to it, and I like that. And it doesn't taste like chili or anything, so I was surprised. I thought it was going to have more of a chili taste, but it's definitely different than I usually make my pinto beans, but I like it so much I probably will do this every time I make them.
Well, to be honest, I don't think we've ever used that chipotle seasoning. Did I say that right? Chipotle? I think I did.
Chipotle or something like that.
Yeah, we've never used that before. And like I told you, my daughter, she laughed at me when I said Chipotle. She said, "What'd you say?" And so, Cynthia, you're sweet if you're watching this. I remember. But anyway, we're going to enjoy it. It's just the right seasoning. It's not too hot, not too spicy. And the beans are just so tender in it. So I'm really looking forward to it. So y'all have a great day. We'll see you on our next video.
And do what you love and love what you do. And like Calvin said, we'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Welcome to Southern Country Living, where Calvin and Marie's love is always given. Cooking up a storm, sharing their life. Do what you love what you do. That's their advice. Down in the South, where the living is sweet, come on in, take a seat. We'll show you how to cook with love and live a life that you're proud of.